that are corporate issues. And we need to focus on having people make those connections. Because once someone makes those connections, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. What matters is that there are entities up here that have profit as the bottom line. That's it. Profit is the bottom line. The large corporations, especially the large multinational corporations, who are making the decisions that affect our lives. And do you want to do something about it? If you want to do something about it, here's move to amend. We have a plan, and we've been working on it for several years, and we're going to keep working on it. Do you want to join it? I don't think people are going to join it until they can see how it affects their lives. And I think you can see that we really don't have the big numbers that we would like to have yet. But I think all of us who understand it and know about it are now charged with going out and making it real.
I think, too, well, at least for us, the catchphrase, do you want to get big money out of our elections? You know, because giving an issue like that, you want big money out of it. Well, I mean, the Republicans maybe, I don't know, I'm not, so I don't know what they think. But having a snag, like, you know.
I just want to say real quick, I have a little story. I went to the Republican Platform Committee. Mike was there. I went to the county convention, the state convention. You know, did everything we were supposed to do. We got our plurality for Ron Paul, and then boom, they changed the rules right there on the spot. That pisses me off to no end. We had 5 states, plus we had signatures from the Virgin Islands. They stole this election from us. They weren't even planning on seating Ron Paul's delegates. I mean, this has affected us.
Now you know who really controls things.
In a big way.
It's important to throw out the myth that there's one iota difference between the two parties.
Exactly.
I agree.
Throw out that myth.
Well,
exactly.
You got to think about it. The 1% funds both sides.
Yeah.
Okay? They fund both sides. And why? They don't care about which position either side has on what issue. They don't care about all that stuff. They're glad we're arguing over all this stuff and divided and distracted over all this stuff.
Basically a drama to divert the public attention.
They are buying influence so that no matter who gets elected, they've got them in their pocket.
Well, what's the alternative to that? I mean, we can complain all day. What's the alternative?
Yeah.
Well, here's the first reality. Just because someone buys $100 million worth of ads doesn't mean we have to vote for it.
That's right.
So we need an educated voter base that knows money doesn't make a difference, but people do.
And the problem with that being that corporations control the information flow in this country.
Exactly, they control media.
In Cedar Rapids, we were able to take out money twice. Not once, but twice.
That's true.
With our information.
If people organize, they can take out money every single time.
In that case, people power beats the money power.
The local option sales tax.
We're talking $5,000 beat $500,000.
That was over the local option sales tax.
Yeah.
That's right.
What works at the local level works at the state and the nation.
The big bucks relied on fancy gimmicks and advertising. $5,000 got a ton of people on the street. Active.
I think that the people that you know, what was they say? How many people do you talk to a day? I think the people that you talk to, however many in this room, how many of us are there? 15, I don't know, I can't count real fast. What you say to someone else, engaging in a conversation, probably has a lot more persuasive value than all those ads on TV.
I think another myth that's important to throw out is that mass media has anything to do with news. You know, whether it's Cedar Rapids Gazette, the local television channels, national media, that's entertainment. It has nothing to do with journalism. It has nothing to do with information.
You're absolutely right.
And information now is flowing at a grassroots level on the internet, people to people, so we have a lot more power than we realize.
Amen.
If those structures aren't shut down,
Right.
Well, they can't shut down the people-to-people structure, and Move to Amend is a true grassroots people-to-people movement, and not reliant on the internet, newspaper, or magazines, or whatever. But I'm just here to say is if you really believe in the movement, then go out and talk to people about it.
I know something too. Billions of dollars of fuel that we're sending from Canada to United States of America. I think it's the U.S. military. Billions of fuel prices going up.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about peace, you have to talk about the military-industrial complex.
Well,
we're talking corporate.
Move to Amend. Veterans for Peace has officially endorsed Move to Amend. It's rumored that in the next 2 months, we're going to be partnering up at the national level to do some
Veterans Day
together.
Veterans Day, Armistice Day.
Yeah, Armistice Day. That's another thing that I think we have to help people connect the dots. That if the people sitting in the White House and the people sitting in the House of Congress that decide if we go to war or not. And those are the people who have multinational.
When was the last time Congress declared war?
Yes, really. They gave an authorization to use force.
Well, we will
Not
have...
that it mattered, not that they weren't going to anyway, but...
We will always have war as long as there's profit.
That's just
in
it.
war.
And the same, when you're talking about big corporate money lining the pockets of politicians, those politicians are the ones who are sending young men and women to die in wars. So connect the dots.
For me, it's just that Obama says, in the next several years or something like that, we're moving out of Afghanistan. And
2024. And we're going to be in Afghanistan.
yeah, but I'm saying we'll be moving our troops probably back home. We're probably in Syria by then, but we may never know.
We'll be somewhere.
Back to the...
Yeah, we'll be somewhere, yeah.
Well, it's about connecting the dots, and there are many dots. I mean, war is one dot, food is another dot, taxes is another, there are many dots.
I've had boots on the ground in Iraq. 3 of my 3 kills that I have had, but have stripped from me, was the 2 of diamonds, the 2 of hearts, and the 3 of clubs. That focus card, the 52 most wanted Iraqis. Those 3 were my kills. I got to talk to them before the CIA told me to kill them. Those folks, the only thing they're guilty of, those 3 people, the only thing they were guilty of is that they loved their country so much they didn't want a foreign country's military on their land. The first thing that we went after, there were 3 targets. There was the Tomahawk cruise missile that struck towards Saddam Hussein. The moment of opportunity. That was for the media to mindlessly brainwash us with Bush is a bad person because he had a moment of opportunity. That was one strike. The other strike was that they were moving all their materials from chemical, biological, and radiological, either weapons, plans, schematics, whatnot, and they made it to Iran. Well, only one made it. The 3 other convoys were destroyed. The third one was the Iraqi seed bank. If you're not familiar with what a seed bank is, anyone know what a seed bank is?
Yeah, one in Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
Seed savers.
Yeah.
Well, what this is on a much larger scale. what it is, in the 1880s, just after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, there was a group of people that were actually interested in saving this planet had there been such a massive war that the surface was almost glass. And what it is that every single one of these seed banks had a collection of seeds so massive that they could plant a 100-mile by 100-mile area of every single plant that had ever existed from 1886 or 1887 till today. Every single one of those seeds that they could get and say they put in there. And there are several countries out there that have it. Almost every single country. Libya, Syria, Egypt, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. All of those countries had a seed bank until we got them.